Welcome back. Junkies on 106.7 The Fan talking about the Super Bowl. Patriots win their fourth 28-24, beat the Seahawks, comes down really to the last play of the game. I know there was another play afterwards, but Malcolm Butler picks off. Russell Wilson on a 2nd and goal from the 1. The Seahawks choose not to give the ball to Marshawn Lynch, try to throw it in there to win the Super Bowl, and they get burned. Taking your calls now at 800-636-1067. What do you make of it? We'll be on the Fox 5 News Morning coming up in about 10 minutes to talk about it. Who's up?
All right, let's go to Kevin in Ocean City. Hey, Kevin, what's up, pal?
How you doing?
Hey,
Kevin.
Doing great.
Oh, man, I tell you what, that was an awesome game last night. Probably one of the best ones I've seen lately. But I'm so sick and tired of hearing about the 12s and everything else. And both of them were an evil empire. And, it was hard to sit there and really find one that you really wanted to cheer for. But when you sit there and you look at Sherman sitting there on the sideline, sitting there putting up this, look at the scoreboard, 24 points. And then at the end, when they panned over to him, when he looked like he was crying because, when they intercepted the ball, oh, it was great.
Yeah, I didn't
feel
feel sorry for him.
I think one of the biggest play, besides the interception, though, was the offsides. They had a chance to get a safety. I mean, and we've seen how that they came back against Green Bay with, relatively short time. I mean, the whole thing was terrible, but it was a great game. I'm glad for the outcome, and I still think Joe Montana's the greatest, though. I don't even want to.
I tend to agree with you. Thank you, Kevin.
Where'd you watch the game, Kevin, down there?
We actually watched it. I was working last night in the fire department in D.C., so we actually watched it at the station in between runs.
Oh, did you?
It was a great time, but when he threw that ball and it intercepted, I mean, the entire room just stood up and just couldn't believe what we were seeing.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone knew that they should have ran the ball, but I guess they.
It was a great finish. No
The
doubt.
guy-
It was a great finish.
Thank you, buddy.
I heard Steve Young after the game saying, I don't like second guessing. That wasn't a second guess. That's a first guessing. Everybody thought before that play they're going to hand the ball to Marshawn Lynch.
You're on the 1 yard line. You got a battering ram. Why not utilize him?
And Marshawn Lynch,
That's what he
really,
does.
if you look at it, was stopped like once or twice
Right.
for no gain. He pretty much finishes forward every run.
If he needs a yard, he's going to get a yard.
Right.
There is that stat that since 2012, since Russ has been the quarterback, they've had 13 plays on the 1 yard line, and they've ran the ball 13 times.
And scored every time, probably.
Scored, I
I'm
think, on
telling
I
10
also
of
heard
them.
after the game, I think it was Dilfer that gave the stat that, or maybe it was Steve Young, but on 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1, give the ball to Marshawn Lynch. It's 86% conversion. It was 2nd and 1.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I don't think Bevel can survive this. I really don't. I think the outrage in Seattle is going to be so huge. It might not be this offseason. They might really stand up for him. But a year from now, he's gone. Within a year,
I would
he's
love
gone.
to have heard
It's too much.
the
We'll haunt him
conversation.
forever.
I would love to have heard the conversation to see who actually made the decision. Ultimately, it's the head coach's final call.
Head coach, okay, is
Bevel could have said, I think we should run it here, and he could convince Carroll to do it.
It's hard to
Ultimately, it's
do.
on Carroll, but if Bevel wanted to do it initially, yeah, that's
I
a
think it
problem.
goes from Bevel to Carroll. But ultimately, too, the quarterback can change it. And the quarterback can throw it out of bounds. If they really wanted to burn a play, like that explanation of we wanted to burn a play, then you tell your quarterback, you don't throw it into traffic, you throw it out of bounds.
Yeah. They didn't even give Russell really an opportunity to make a read. It's
He had
just
one throw there.
That's a timing pattern.
Yeah.
Just 1, 2, 3, boom. It's a shame.
Because he made some really nice throws.
He
Even
did.
though they had 12 completions in the game, he started that drive with a great ball to Marshawn Lynch.
I thought he
and
was-
Marshawn Lynch had a great juke on that.
Yeah, I thought he was so good. I think Russell Wilson gets unfairly
And it wasn't even a
maligned.
bad. It was a pretty good throw. The defender just made a great play and to hold on to the ball as well, to not just knock it down.
Yeah, that
because,
could have easily
I
been.
mean, if you just knock it down there,
Just
then you give them
deflected.
2 more cracks at it.
Right.
He actually held on to the
well,
ball.
yeah, it was sick.
they do it there,
Made
and
the
then
play of the
they're
game.
running on the next play. No
Yeah.
doubt.
Dude. So, play of the century so far.
I can't
It's a play
disagree.
of the century. It's a play of the millennium, whatever it is, whatever you call it. Let's go to.
Well, I mean, there have been some really good Super Bowls in the last 10 years.
Okay, but that's
That's
To
the most
me,
recent.
it's
It's in
single
your
biggest play.
it's in your mind, yeah.
well, I mean, the game was on the line right there. Boom. Super Bowl was on the line. It was over, and he stole it.
Well, I mean, the Niners got down to the 7-yard line against the Ravens with 4 shots at it and couldn't get in. There were some big plays there too.
Yeah, but not one defining play like that.
No, that
You
was
know
a
what I
big
mean?
one.
Yeah.
was a
Let's
big
go to JR. Still haunted by it, I see.
I didn't even know West Alabama
Yeah.
had a football team.
And then the NFC Championship last year. with Kaepernick throwing the interception in the end zone.
Yep. JR, what's up, buddy? You're on with the Junks. All right, you're not paying attention, pal. Let's go to Stacy.
I think we're going to jump on the Fox 5 News Morning, so why don't we wait for Stacy here in a minute. He told me 1 minute. So we're jumping on a little bit early with Fox 5 to talk about. I mean, I'm telling you, I woke up and I was like, I can't believe how that game ended.
Can you imagine how hard it was to sleep for those guys, for those players and coaches?
Oh, I don't know how they could.
And I think that's the defensive players. They're thinking, we're about to win the Super Bowl.
And 106.7 FM, The Fan. Hey, guys, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Steve.
How you doing, buddy?
Everybody wide awake, I'm sure, this morning?
Absolutely.
Best we
Can't
can
you
be.
tell we got the puffy face going?
We were just
Look
saying,
at those.
I couldn't believe it, what I saw last night. And I woke up, and it was the first thing I thought about. What were the Seahawks thinking, not giving the ball to Marshawn Lynch?
That is just the number one question this morning. JP, welcome back. I have no love lost for you having to be in paradise for however long you were there.
Yeah, it was nice being in Cancun.
Yeah, so here's just to get this out of the way. We did our little prop bets with you guys on Friday. I went through the rundown this morning. Cakes and EB tied, so we had a tie. Sorry, Jason.
How does Katy Perry change outfits so quickly? How is that possible?
Hey,
I don't even know how it's possible.
How great was Missy Elliott? I thought she stole the show. She
No.
saved
Are you kidding me?
Sorry,
Katie.
she saved it
She
for
was
Katie.
horrible.
I'm with you, EB.
Oh,
she
Missy
was
was
the best
amazing.
part of
She
it.
was the best part of
Missy
it.
Elliott deflated the halftime show for me personally.
They should have left her at home.
all Katy Perry all
This
the
side
time.
of the room is correct.
No,
Missy
Missy
Elliott,
Elliott saved
greater
it.
than sign.
Why?
Katy Perry.
What did she do that was so special?
Because she had
She
half
did her
a,
sillies.
She had half a hit
Oh
in
my
the
God.
90s.
She made you bop your head.
Katy Perry's songs are so much more
Missy Elliott
more
stunk.
recognizable.
I thought Missy Elliott
come
saved
on.
it.
I thought she brought the energy level up even more than what it was.
Agreed.
So,
she
big
was-
victory to Missy
she was
Elliott.
terrible.
You're correct, sir.
You are correct.
I give her
Thank
an
you.
F.
We're going to have to part
I give
ways on
her
this
a
one.
full-blown
See,
F
you
for
can
that.
tell the difference in musical taste right there. That's
Yeah.
what it comes down to. That
I
had
think
my
know what?
JP
You know
is the
what,
one
Missy-
that's fully
you-
rested, so I
Steve.
value his opinion more.
You know what Missy
Yeah.
Elliott did? She prevented Katy Perry from singing "Waking Up in Vegas." Hence, I give her an F minus.
I agree with you, Kate.
I couldn't
How
disagree.
do you like Megadeth and Katy Perry?
JP, because I'm a Renaissance man. I can
All
like
right, well,
all
we know
different
one
forms
thing.
of music.
Megadeth is not going to be playing the halftime show anytime
Probably
soon.
not.
Let's get back to the play at the end of the game last night. Pete Carroll has gone on record saying that he blew it. He feels bad. He feels like he let the whole team down. I mean, if it would have gone the other way, he would have been a genius. Is it just one of those plays, or was this just like the worst bonehead move they could have made in the Super Bowl?
Personally, I think it was a complete bonehead move. It's like having Michael Jordan and drawing up a last-second play for somebody not named Michael Jordan. It makes no sense. You have the best running back in the game. You give the ball to your horse, and he just gave you a 5-yard run. It's 2nd down and 1. You give the ball to Marshawn Lynch, you win the Super Bowl.
Listen, JP's 100% right. That's choice 1, 2, and 3, but it's not unstandard to pass occasionally at the goal line, but you give the quarterback an opportunity to make a read. It was too risky of a throw there, Steve. Maybe something in the back of the end zone, something with like a tight end or somebody coming across the back. If it's not there, you throw it away. But just to have a timing route like that, 1, 2, 3, boom, and give guys, the best defensive players in the world an opportunity to make a play on the ball is just, in hindsight,
I think
stupid.
you got to go with probability, Steve. And the probability of Marshawn Lynch scoring in that situation is very high. The probability of throwing a quick slant like that to lock it, really low in my opinion. I think it's an awful call, and it's going to come back to haunt them for years to come. Marshawn Lynch should have gotten the ball
Yeah, I
back.
think
sure.
when you have the opportunity to win the Super Bowl and you have 1 yard to make, you've got to give it to your bell cow guy, and that's Marshawn Lynch. Seahawks fans for the next 50 years are going to carry this with them. This loss is going to haunt them for a long time.
Could you imagine if the Redskins, back in the Super Bowl when John Riggins took it to the house against the Dolphins, that was a 4th and 1, correct? Imagine if they threw the ball there.
Right. Well, as I
You
said,
give the ball to your horse.
it reminded me, Steve,
agree.
for Redskins fans of the rocket screen we called against the Raiders in '83. Now, it was before halftime, but it changed the complete momentum of the game. This was at the end. This was worse. This, frankly, I said right before we came on with you, the play of the century so far. The play of the century by Malcolm
tough.
Butler.
It just, well, yeah. I mean, Malcolm Butler is nobody knew who he was. His first interception, and he makes it at the absolute greatest time that he ever could. I did give Russell Wilson credit, though, for just walking off the field and, not making a big deal out of it. But,
Yeah, he was a classy kid.
It really stinks for the Hawks.
No, he's a good guy.
All right, guys, since we spent all this time talking about Megadeth, we'll end it for now, but then we'll see you guys in a couple hours.
All right,
All right, good.
Perfect.
Thanks,
See you
Steve.
guys. You got it. It's a Junkies on 106.7
Missy
FM,
Elliott.
the Fan.
There's a reason we haven't heard from her in 15 years.
I couldn't disagree with you more.
Okay, well, we just have
Katy
to agree to
Perry.
disagree.
She
Katy
livened
Perry,
it up.
Katy Perry basically lip synced the whole thing, or there was a backing track through 90% of it. Missy Elliott came out there and had your head bobbing.
You know, it's just not
Didn't
my
have
taste.
mine,
Like
Bobby.
if
No.
Katy Perry's your taste, it's not my taste.
No, I like Katy Perry.
Katy Perry to me is. I mean, I'm a 44-year-old man. Katy Perry sings bubblegum pop music.
Yeah, she sings
Ugh.
smash hits and dominate the charts.
I
God
like Katy
forbid.
Perry. Believe me, I'm with Cakes. I like her.
I heard
just
Get Your
thought the
Freak
perf-
On. I got sized.
I just thought the performance was eh. It was more about the theatrics of it. It was more
the
about
theatrics are fantastic with
Right.
the fireworks at the end.
Oh, she's so much more interesting to watch. I don't care if she's lip syncing or not. She's freaking hot. Missy Elliott. I can't name one song from Missy
Oh,
Elliott.
you couldn't.
that's where the difference-
You
that's
never
the
heard Get Your
difference.
Freak On when she.
I
she
said
did
I just
3
said
hits.
I can't name
So
one
you
song
didn't,
from
so in
Missy
other
Elliott.
words, you didn't recognize those songs when she came out?
Maybe one, but I don't know the titles.
When it got revealed a few days ago that Missy Elliott was going to be the surprise guest at the Super Bowl halftime show, here was my reaction. Missy Elliott.
I disagree with you.
Yeah, I
well,
disagree.
she
I
did
thought-
nothing.
I mean, maybe that's why it worked for me because I knew Kravitz. I didn't know Missy.
Well, they
when
gave
I saw it-
Kravitz 8 seconds.
Yeah, they should have given him more.
They gave him no love.
But he was good. I thought he was awesome too. He also, I thought, saved Katy Perry from herself.
They just needed those people so that she could change her outfits. That was what it
The
was all
Katy
about.
Perry thing was all about.
Yeah, they needed to give
Well,
her
she needed
a
to show the
distraction.
busties after the first. She came out in that fire dress at first, covered up all the way to her neckline, and then she's like, "Well, I got to show the busties now." Did the quick
Listen.
change, 6.5 seconds, boom,
Yep.
she's there.
Cakes, you know me. I actually like Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Bruno Mars last year greater than Katy Perry. Bruno Mars killed it.
Well, it's
last
different.
year.
I mean, he's got a band up there. It's just different.
I thought Katy Perry was all about the theatrics, less so
You
than
don't like
the
dancing
song.
sharks and beach balls
Yeah, that was too corny.
I didn't understand
and
that part.
palm
Too-
trees.
it was too corny
But
for
she's
me.
just too hot. I don't care what she sings. She can sing Mary Had a Little Lamb. She's just freaking hot to watch.
All right, we're going to come back, take more of your calls. 800-636-1067. What do you make of the play call that cost the Seahawks the Super Bowl?